Wasikowska.
Wasikowska, meine Damen und Herren, da ist sie, herzlich willkommen und zusammen mit Tom Hiddleston. Welcome. Oh, welcome to the other side. Already, Robert Hofmann, who's the initiator of this entire event, he already is kind of a fan of yours because he said you should have seen him walk. What's so special about your walk?
I don't know. I have nothing special to contribute to the art of walking. But I do want to say one thing. Meine Damen und Herren, danke, dass Sie mich so herzlich empfangen.
May I first of all ask where exactly is that last name coming from? Because we talked to someone who came from the from the Czech Republic, and she was like, no, that's definitely not Czech. It's not Polish. Where's that name coming from?
Polish. Yeah.
Ah.
So not far from here.
So do you know some German then? But we are glad that I hope that you are also glad to be here because Jessica Chastain for the moment is also shooting in Poland, so she could have come easily over. You didn't even know that.
I don't know where. We knew she was somewhere, but she's not here, sadly. Anyway, I'm sure she sends her love to you all. Although not the kind of love you're about to see in this film. Just be aware of that.
I mean, me as a movie nerd, of course, like I followed everything that also Del Toro did. I also saw you with a glass shoe on. I mean, also like the leather ones do suit you pretty well. You just look like a princess even in that outfit. I have to give you that. But what is it like working with someone like Del Toro? Because me as a nerd, I'll be like, well, either he's now with this Mexican vibe, and he should have like all these action figures. That's what I have in mind when I think about Del Toro. But what is he like working with?
Wonderful. He's really collaborative and very kind and generous and just a really sweet guy. Yeah, he's great.
He's great. I mean, I think if he would love to be here, and he's just the most, I call him the professor of cinema, because he's just the most inclusive and warm-hearted enthusiast of film, and he is so generous, and he has this incredible warm heart and spirit that he shares with us on set, and I think he's made a very beautiful film, and I hope you think that too when you see it.
And exactly, what is that movie about? Because none of us has seen it. All we know is about the two of you being engaged, and you're living in this great house with all that fun, and you got all these PlayStations all over the place. It's like a fun house, isn't it? Or what's Christine about?
It's a fun house. I'd love to meet the people who think this house is fun. If Guillermo were here, he would want you to know, above all else, that he believes it's a love story. And it's a Gothic romance, which has all the elements of its literary and cinematic antecedents. And I think Guillermo finds beauty in the shadows, and he's able to make beautiful or show us the beauty of things in places we would fear to look. But ultimately, it's about the power of love. It's about the power of love as a force of change. And Mia's character is a, sort of in diametric opposition to Jessica's character, and they both love in a different way. I think I don't want to speak for Mia's character, but I suppose it's funny listening to Guillermo talk. I agree with him that he feels very strongly that this is a very feminine film, and it's about the strength in female intelligence and beauty, and I hope you see that. There you go. Over to you, Mia.
No, that sounds good.
Yeah, but I must say, I'm very surprised that you talked that well about that director. Apparently, he also left you as actors enough space within this movie, because I would thought this movie is about special effects, about costumes. And by the way, is it that you prefer to be like in movies where you can dress up like this, or is it sometimes like, please give us again some roles where we just can be actors, wear jeans and a pullover? Why do I have to wear horns and those old-fashioned gothic stuff? What is it? Wouldn't you mind just having again some parts where would be less in costumes and
Yeah, for sure. They're incredibly uncomfortable, but we had a wonderful costume designer, and there was so much symbolism in the costumes. And, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing a character in sweatpants and things.
There are no horns in this one, by the way. Sorry.
only on you, or maybe some other? Because can you already say something about the creatures that we see? Are they real, or is there going to be like a twist in the end? It's just your imagination.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'm sure many of you have seen the trailer, and obviously it is there are ghosts in it. One of the first things you see, or you hear Mia's character say, is that, because she plays a writer, and she says she's writing a novel and it's a love story with ghosts in it, and it's very much what this film is. We were so lucky to have real actors on set who were in prosthetic makeup to actually, everything you see in this film is real, almost. But it was really there for us. The house is real. The house was fully realized. When I stepped on the floorboards, the crimson clay was really seeping out from underneath. The elevator worked. We could run up and down the stairs, and the ghosts were real. And the ghosts represent something. They represent a warning about the past and the dangers of the future. But you'll see, it's a love story with ghosts in it.
All right, so there's one last thing that I would like to ask you, and also have our host and co-host to join us for our, we have to do the selfie. Since like the Oscars and Ellen DeGeneres, everybody's about selfies, and I was like, okay, come on, let's have one. So if you don't mind, I would kindly also invite all of those people. Ich würde euch jetzt bitten, für unser natürlich obligatorisches Selfie, eure Handys rauszuholen und die Lampe anzumachen. Das wäre eine schöne Kulisse.